Lagos is a city of prosperity, progress, positive transformation, good governance with a significant influence on commerce, entertainment, technology, education, tourism, arts, fashion, and much more. Let's talk about this great city, the great city of Lagos. Once again on the City of Lagos TV show. You're welcome.
Hello, Lagos. My name is Dr. Emmanuela Zamba, and I am the General Manager for the Lagos State Health Management Agency. We are responsible for implementing Ilera Eko, which is the Lagos State Social Health Plan, and it is meant to provide access to quality and affordable care for all residents of Lagos State. Regardless of your socioeconomic status or your ethnicity, you are eligible to have access under this scheme. Please join us on this journey. So far, we have been able to empanel about 563,000 Lagosians. But we know that we still have so many of you, 20-something million and counting. We are calling upon you today to join us on this scheme. For 8,500 or 40,000 naira as a family, you are able to join this scheme and you will have access to wonderful benefits. You have a cough, you have a febrile illness, wife is pregnant, she needs antenatal care, of course, she will need to deliver, even if it is by cesarean section. We are here to ensure that she delivers that baby safely and you have your wife and baby safe. If she needs blood transfusion, we will provide for that free of charge. We also have operations. You can have an appendicectomy, a herniorrhaphy. If you are asthmatic, you join us. You have hypertension, you have diabetes. We are here to provide care to all levels of Lagosians. We can give you glasses. You can see a dentist. You can see a consultant. You can do your lab tests. You can get x-rays done under Ilera Eko. We have a customer care center that is specially set up to take care of all your needs and all your inquiries 24 hours of every day of the year. You call us at any time on 0800 Ask Lashma or 0700 Ilera Eko, and an agent will pick your call and respond to your inquiries. Please join us on this journey to universal health coverage in Lagos State. We have 250 hospitals and counting, both public and private hospitals across all local governments in Lagos State that are here ready to provide access to care for you and your family. We are just asking you to imbibe this culture of health insurance. Set a little aside for the day that one or two members of your family will need to access care, and you'll be able to do that without affecting the financial power of your family. I would like to seize this opportunity to thank our governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, for the support and the push that he has been giving Ilera Eko to move forward in our mandate to serve the people of Lagos State. Ilera Eko, leaving no one behind. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àjùmọ̀ṣe gbogbo wa ni.
You're still watching the City of Lagos TV show. It's time to bring you latest engagements of Mr. Governor from the Governor's office. First, the need to preach and practice the spirit of unity, solidarity and harmony, as well as to work assiduously to drive the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu presidential ticket on the platform of the APC, necessitated the mobilization and gathering of key Yoruba Southwest leaders under one roof for an interactive session between the APC presidential candidate and Yoruba Southwest leaders. In his speech, the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, described Bola Ahmed Tinubu as an influencer, a motivator, an achiever, and a purposeful political champion that has the capacity and capabilities to change the fortunes of Nigeria to greatness if given the opportunity through the required massive support to deliver the dividends of democracy to Nigerians.
Let me, on behalf of Our Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, who is also still sitting in for our darling husband and our presidential flag bearer, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, welcome all of you. First, through the convener, our political leader in Lagos, Alhaji Babawa Tajuddin Oluyole Olisi, and all other leaders that have put this event together. We feel humbled that indeed we have called you here this morning and into this afternoon, and you have trooped out in large number to come here and listen, and more importantly, to be part of this historic endorsement that we believe is most appropriate and is most befitting for our son, father, our leader, for a man that truly represents what a Yoruba nation and what Nigeria indeed stands for. A man that is completely detribalized, a man that is not an ethnic bigot, a man that is not a religious incline in one direction, a true Nigerian, a real nationalist, a real Pan-Africanist, a man that indeed demonstrates what we Yoruba call Omoluabi Pataki, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has invited all of you here this afternoon, and you have graciously turned up on that honor to come and do what I'm not permitted to do, official endorsement. And the question we'll ask ourselves is really not about who he is or what he has been. All of us in this room, in one form or the other, have had directly or indirectly an interaction with him. And we believe, not because we want to be ethnically sentiment, but we believe that indeed the issues of this country transcend conversations around ethnicity, goes beyond religious sentiment, goes beyond, it is who or it is not. It is about capacity. It's about somebody that truly knows the road. It's about somebody that truly can champion and lead this nation into these very difficult and challenging times that we find ourselves. And a man that has demonstrated the capacity and the competence and the capability to do that. That's why we're here this morning. I feel very humbled as being one of his proteges, as being one of the people that he has mentored in Lagos. And I'm sure, several other heads here today that indeed has gone through under his tutelage, understanding what true leadership is about, understanding what purposeful governance is about, understanding what it is to be a committed, man for the poor, for the vulnerable, for the less privileged in our society. And that's why we have all come here this afternoon, to show solidarity to this man, to say to him that we're happy that he has listened to what each and every one of us has said. But it's not just by the fact that we're here. It is to put those facts to action. It's to put words and action to it. It's to ensure that in all areas where we are community leaders, we're religious leaders, we're traditional rulers, in a point of influence that we have, that for us to use those our influence, even as an ordinary father in your house, to have it as a point of influence to be able to tell your children, to be able to tell your sisters, your siblings, and all of them that indeed what I know, you might not know. This is the man that we believe can turn around positively, the fortune of this country, and that's why we're using you as a point of contact, not because of the 300-500 of you that are here, but the several thousands that do not have the opportunity to be in this hall, so that you become a source of contact for each and every one of them, and go out here from here to sell and to let them know that indeed this is the right thing and this is the proper thing to do for our country at this point in time.
As a responsible government that exhibits high sense of responsibility to its citizenry, the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, made a broadcast to the people of Lagos, stating the position of the government on the attendant hardship faced by Lagosians as a result of the current CBN currency policy implementation. The governor appealed to Lagosians to avoid escalated violence to ensure peace despite the daunting challenges.
Fellow Lagosians, this address is necessary in view of the ongoing situation in the country regarding the change of currency notes and the attendant hardship being faced by ordinary Lagosians. First, let me thank you, the good people of Lagos, for your patience and unwavering perseverance even in these very difficult and challenging times. My fellow Lagosians, this is a heartfelt call to you as your governor to please remain calm at this time and avoid all forms of violence, arson or rioting, even in the face of difficulties and frustration that are being faced by all. Violence and destruction should not and will not be the answer. We have noticed with dismay the rampant incidents surrounding some of the players in the financial services value chain, especially POS agents and operators, as well as petrol station attendants in some places, who have taken the current challenges to mean an opportunity to extort hardworking and law-abiding Lagosians with extorted services charges on funds withdrawal and sale at the various petrol stations. Let me appeal to those involved in such behavior to desist from such sharp practices. It is especially in difficult times like this that we all need to be our brothers and our sisters' keeper and do everything that we can to contribute to lessening the hardship faced by our fellow Lagosians. This is not the period to sacrifice empathy, compassion, and humanity on the altar of profits and exotic money-making. And to my good people of Lagos, please resist the opportunists who seek to take advantage of the anger and frustration that we're all feeling to hike the situation and to foment trouble amongst us. We know that there are unscrupulous persons who want to sow seeds of violence and discord by their very utterance and actions, all with the view of robbing you of the chance to cast your votes just a week from today, February 25th, at both the presidential and the National Assembly election. Do not allow them to use you to achieve whatever evil intentions they have. There is no justification whatsoever for attacking public or private property. The law enforcement agents have received clear instructions to take full control and to ensure zero tolerance for any and all acts of arson, violence, or destruction. And we're enjoining all law-abiding Lagosians to carry out their lawful activities without fear. As a government that fully understands the challenges that we're faced with regards to access to cash, we're working very hard to provide immediate palliative measure to lessen the burdens that we're all being faced with. As part of this measure, I have already approved an immediate reduction in transport charges for all public-owned transport facilities across the state, meaning all of our public transportation that are government-owned in our buses, our ferries, and our taxis. We have also equally in discussion with private transport operators not to hike price at this very difficult time, given the very difficult circumstances in which Lagosians find themselves. We have also since commenced the distribution of food packs and other various palliatives to the most vulnerable in our citizens, the people most impacted by this disruption in supply of cash. We will continue to highlight more vulnerable groups within our distribution channels that will benefit from these palliatives. And this will go, like we mentioned, through our various religious organizations, NGOs that are known to also have the palliative and food banks within their remits, to use all of the ethnic nationals and all of the very known pillars, of engagement to ensure that these palliatives get to the most vulnerable in our society. And so as we scale up the rollout of this palliative, I ask for your continued patience and understanding, and to remain calm and go about your lawful activities and duties. The Lagos State government, under my watch, will continue to stand by and with and for the ordinary Lagosians. Sure, let me at this junction also thank the police and other security agencies, operatives that have been working round the clock to maintain peace, law, and order in our state. We owe you a debt of gratitude. May I also use this opportunity to ask you not to relent on your effort at counting to keep the peace in and around the metropolis. I want to thank you all very much for listening, and I want to bless God for Lagos State and to bless God for the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Buhari, ó ṣe tó fún wa láṣíwájú. Adúpẹ́ Ọlọ́run. Àlàyé kí ayé. Bàbá Buhari, ó ṣe tó fún wa láṣíwájú. Adúpẹ́ Ọlọ́run. Àlàyé kí ayé. Ṣé bàbá, ṣé Buhari.
The grand finale of the APC presidential campaign rally in Lagos was indeed the mother of all rallies, with top party chieftains and party faithfuls from all walks of life in attendance at the Teslim Balogun Stadium in Lagos, taking turns in their different speech presentation. The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, was appreciative of the presence of the President Muhammadu Buhari, and the large turnout of party faithfuls, urging Lagosians to vote for the man of the moment and his vice presidential candidate, Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Senator Shettima, at the elections.
I want to thank you all. Mr. President, thank you very, very, very much for coming. Let's give the President a Lagos welcome. Take your cap and wave your cap. Wave your cap. Wave your cap. Wave your cap. Lagos, wave your cap. Wave, wave, wave. Thank you, Mr. President. Through you, to acknowledge the chairman of our party, and after our chairman, to say to the city boy and his vice president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Senator Shettima, Owaida, 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 Owaida. City boy, you're welcome. Let me stand. Thank you. Thank you. Let me acknowledge all of the dignitaries, my brother governors, our seniors, former governors, all of you that are here. Lagos is here. I want to thank all you Lagosians. I want to thank you for believing in the progressive. I want to thank you for believing that indeed, with a new dispensation, we will all move forward positively. We will acknowledge what our president have done. And we'll take it from there. We'll move it forward. I want to acknowledge that Lagos continue to be the center of excellence. It continue to be the state of aquatic splendor, the mouthpiece of our country, the centerpiece, the rally point of our country. And you have not disappointed us today. From every nook and cranny of the state, you have come out to show that indeed the city boy is a lover of Nigeria, is a lover of Lagos, and you have demonstrated it here today. So on Saturday, Kilamache, Amadibo.
For the APC party chairman, while urging party faithfuls to vote Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he explained President Muhammadu Buhari's simple task at the rally.
Today, we are here not for a very long rally. We are here for a very symbolic rally where the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, has undertaken to get the party to bring our candidate to his home state at the end of a very, very tasking campaign. The president was out of the country, but he made sure he got back in time yesterday to be able to bring Asiwaju home so that he can cast his vote at home in his voting unit. We've gone the length and breadth of this great country since the campaign started, and we thank God Almighty for ensuring for us a successful campaign tour of the country. If we go by a measure of the turnout of our members in all the states that we have visited so far, we can say by God, we are there.
Yes, sir.
We have arrived.
Yes.
We have a president who, by the grace of God, will be successor in office of President Muhammadu Buhari.
Amen.
It is our hope that the legacies that have been built over the years by the outgoing administration will be not only maintained, but improved upon. For this to happen, we need first and foremost your votes. Your votes. Your votes. Your votes. Repeat after me. Our votes. Our votes. Our votes. By midday Saturday, we want to hope that all is done.
Yes.
The die is cast. We have a president waiting to be sworn into office on the 29th of May, year 2023.
Amen.
Are we together?
Yes.
On his part, Bola Ahmed Tinubu promised to deliver on the manifesto of the party.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. Thank you. Thank you in a million times. Thank you for today. Thank you for the past. And thank you for tomorrow. You set our foot on the path to the future to work hard, typical, and achieve greatness because it is desirable for Nigeria to be great. But you said, for anybody to succeed you, he or she must work hard, must follow the law, that in the election must be very transparent, and that your party will be a shining example like a sun shining on the mountain. Thank you, Mr. President. You follow the procedure. You encourage all of us. The primary case, the vote cast, and we all waited anxiously. And I won the vote. You didn't ask them to reverse it based upon my religion. You didn't ask them to alter it based upon my tribe. You didn't ask us to change it because I was not from your village in Dara. You celebrated the victory with me and said to me, congratulations. Now you ask for the job, you are itching there. I came to you to nominate for me, just exactly like I did to you in 2015. The Vice President. But instead of giving me the same coin, you said no. You know better. You experience better. You know those Nigerians. You know who you want to work with. Go and search, if you have not done so, and bring one. You did. Gave me the courage, the confidence, and the reason that this country and your leadership, vision, and determination is for growth, independence of mind, and the capacity to think and perform. You encouraged me. And after that, I announced to you, made my choice. I chose one of those most known, most knowledgeable, very, very close individual and independent in thought, attitude, capacity, and knowledgeability. He has shown perseverance. He has shown determination. He has shown grit at the time of challenge. The challenge came in form of Boko Haram and all of so. Kashim didn't flinch and didn't blink. He did face the challenge. We all join him in sympathy, in observation, and whatever little we can contribute. But he worked hard. He worked his heart out. He protected both Muslim faith and Christian faith, stood with the children, and was determined to free those girls. We worked together on it. I knew him more that time. Kazim Shetima is a reliable, dependable, courageous, and persevering man. I did make that choice. Today is not a victory speech. Today is a challenging speech. Challenges that I must lay on the foot of Mr. President. He is the president. You can have only one at a time. I heard loud and clear, and I can measure the level of confidence you have in me. At a distant country, thank you. In a distant country, Mr. President told them of my characteristics and his faith and my capacity to do a good job as a president of Federal Republic of Nigeria. I thank him very much. Only he returned yesterday and said he must come to Lagos to attend this rally. And he is doing so. He never missed his word. He never lost his promise. A promise to give to you the future of this country, to lay it in the hand of you, the youth, I want to say thank you very much. Join me in raising your hand high and say thank you. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you all. Mr. President, I have much to say, but I've kept you waiting for too long, and it's not today. But I assure you, as you work hard for me, I will work hard for Nigeria.
Oh. Thank you, thank you.
As you give Nigeria the hope to renew their faith in their country, I will sustain that hope. I will bring it to you. Those who look helpless today will be helpful in this country. All the agenda set in our program, Renewed Hope Manifesto, will be pursued diligently, vigorously, with all our energy.
The climax of the rally was a presentation of the APC presidential candidate and his vice to Nigerians by President Muhammadu Buhari.
I have the honor to raise the hand of the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Mohammed Tinubu, and the governor of Lagos State, Sam Olu. Congratulations, and I wish APC the real best of luck. Thank you very much.
And finally, from the governor's office, ahead of the Saturday presidential election, the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, alongside some party chieftains, attended a crucial meeting of the All Progressive Congress presidential candidate with his vice and Muslim leaders in Lagos. It was a gathering to offer prayers and affirm their spiritual support and solidarity for Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his vice presidential candidate. The various religious leaders in attendance expressed confidence in Tinubu, assuring him of their support. Speaking in Yoruba language, Tinubu affirmed that winning the presidency is a great expectation that must be realized because it is the turn of the southwestern part of the country to produce the next president.
Nigeria, Atoro, Ajaireti, Ade,
And that's a wrap from the governor's office segment on the City of Lagos TV show. The show will be right back after this timeout.
Hello Lagosians, my name is Oluwadamilola Emmanuel, the General Manager, Lagos State Waterways Authority. And today, of course, I'm here and I bring you good news because, as you know, we're working round the clock to ensure that we can build a safer, a cleaner, and a more prosperous waterway system. The Lagos State government is not just developing water transportation in isolation, we're also developing water transportation as an integrated transportation system. That is, as it links to the road transportation, as you know, and of course, excitedly, the rail transportation, which is also coming on board. So Lagos State is ensuring that people can move from point A to point B quite seamlessly. And of course, to ensure your safety, just recently we commissioned the first of its kind in sub-Saharan Africa, an inland waterways command and control center, which obviously enables us gather enough data to make informed decisions, ensures your safety on the waterways, and of course ensures that we can respond to any kind of emergencies as soon as possible. We're also encouraging the private sector to bring in more boats as well, to be able to ensure that we can move more people on the waterways as well. And of course, to also ensure that you have very good infrastructure. The state government is currently upgrading all the current existing jetties and terminals to ensure that boats can move adequately from point A to point B. Passengers can embark and disembark. And of course, we continue to attract foreign funding as well to ensure that we have funds to constantly match up with the funds that the state government and other sources of funding are also bringing to water transportation. Lagosians, as you know, I'm sitting right here on top of a boat, and I don't know whether you even know that water transportation is actually the safest mode of transportation, because in case of any emergencies, as long as you have a proper life jacket on, you will be safe. And what are the likelihoods? That yes, maybe two boats run into each other, or maybe your boat happens to capsize. You're well safe with this life jacket, which is why LASWA as an authority has over the years consistently emphasized to all passengers about the use of this life jacket. And that's why we're encouraging Lagosians that please travel water. However, if you have to travel water, make sure you travel safe with these life jackets or any other recommended safe life jackets. Igbega Ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, Àjùmọ̀ṣe gbogbo wa ni.
You're still watching the City of Lagos TV show. We welcome you to Health Lagos. And today we're going to be looking at a very strategic and critical agency, the Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA. And this is one agency saddled with the responsibility to ensure quality health care for Lagosians. And so we're going to be speaking with the General Manager of LASHMA, Dr. Emanuela Zamba. It's a pleasure to have you on Health Lagos.
Thank you very much.
What is the mandate, vision and mission statement of this agency?
We are actually saddled with the responsibility of ensuring that all Lagos residents, regardless of their socioeconomic status or even ethnicity, have access to quality and affordable healthcare in Lagos State. So our vision is to impact the health indices for residents of Lagos State, improve their welfare and their quality of life by universal health coverage, which is to be achieved through ensuring that everyone has access to health insurance.
In line with the themes agenda of Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, can you let us know what are the major critical efforts, initiatives, programs, projects and achievements of the agency in relation to the agency's mandate?
This agency is one of the newest, actually, amongst the agencies in Lagos State. We were launched in 2018 and we actually started working after a lot of planning in 2020. So our achievements have been over the last, say, 1.5 to 2 years. We're very grateful to our governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, because he has been fully behind this agency. As I'm sure you know, one of his promises to the people was that he would make sure that there is access to health insurance. So first of all, we felt that it was necessary to rebrand the Lagos State Health Insurance Program to make it more recognizable and something that the community would want to own. Let's face it, insurance is something relatively new and a bit scary to people generally because we're a very spiritual and cultural people. So when you tell someone to come and pay for a sickness that hasn't come, it's like, please, God forbid, it's not my portion and things like that. So we felt, look, let's look at it from more of a wellness point of view and how it is your priority to save for a rainy day. So we rebranded the scheme and we called it Ilera Eco, which is to say the health of Lagos. And that is what we have been propagating since then. After we did the rebranding, we felt it was necessary to have something that when people hear it, they recognize it as like a call to action. So we came up with a theme song competition and we eventually got a winner who we now have this song that is on the radios and everywhere that people know. At least you recognize it when you hear it. Okay, this is about Ilera Eco. And what is this? Trying to keep it in the consciousness of people that this is something that you should take as a way of life. Just as you pay for your insurance in your cars, you should be able to pay for insurance for your health, and take it as something that is a norm. Moving forward, we also have been able to, using actuarial analysis, design a bouquet of plans for people. So we were inundated with requests. You have subsets of the population that have various needs, and someone that's over 60, what he will be looking for in a plan is very different from a lady that is still in her reproductive age and people that are growing a family. So we have a standard plan, which is the one that we're marketing majorly. We have now come up with a standard plus, which is for people with a little bit higher earning power and has a more robust package. And then we have what we call the seniors plan. So from request for some NGOs and elderlies in the community, we designed a plan which allows them to have screening on a yearly basis for cancers and things like that. And so they are sure that they are, working in health. We also have what we call the school plans. So there's one for primary and secondary, and then there's another one for tertiary institutions. Recently, we came up with EcoTelemed. It was a child born out of circumstance, and that platform helps people in the community to be able to reach out remotely to a doctor. So you don't have to visit the facility every time. If you buy into that plan, you are able to get free consultation. The doctor will give you a prescription and referral and so on. And it is also a fundamental part of the state's COVID response system. We've also been able to initiate what we call our grassroots channel. We've been able to open 5 divisional offices in the 5 divisions of Lagos State. So we have offices in Ikorodu, Badagry, Ikeja, Lagos, and Ekpe. We also have 30 sales kiosks spread across the local governments and LCDAs. We can't be everywhere, so that is being managed or operated by private partners in the health insurance space. We call them our marketing agents. Also, we realized engaging the informal sector that while we say our prices are affordable, so the standard plan is 8,500 for an individual per year and 40,000 for a family of 6. Once you pay your 8,500, you are entitled to get access to that care. If you're a family, husband, wife, and 4 children, now it's under 23. We've increased that. It used to be under 18. You also have access, and you pay your 40,000 for the year. Now, the benefit package that you enjoy under this scheme, the common ailments you would walk into a facility for, this plan covers about 80% of that. So you have a febrile illness, upper respiratory tract infection, hypertension, diabetes, asthma. Your wife is pregnant, she has her antenatal, she delivers under this scheme. And cesarean section is also free. So if she requires a cesarean, once you've paid your premium, you have access to cesarean section. If she needs a blood transfusion, she gets it as well. Appendectomy, for instance, herniorrhaphy, you have access to 4 different types of consultants throughout the year. You're able to get glasses. Of course, the price is pegged. You are able to see a dentist. We do extractions, we do scaling and polishing, and of course, diagnosis. So you need an ultrasound scan, you need an x-ray, some lab tests done. All these things and a little bit more are covered by the scheme. Of course, you have access to drugs. 80% of what you would walk into a facility for on a normal basis is what this scheme actually covers. And so for this 8,500, you are really rest assured that unless something extraordinary happens, your family and yourself are covered. When we first started, we had maybe about 9,000 people. Right now, we've grown that number to about 563,000 and counting. You have to register. You can do that either online, so you go to our website, or you call our call centers. You can also walk into any of these offices that I said we've set up in the division and also in the sales kiosk. Some of the hospitals also act as enrollment agents. So if you walk in, there's someone that has been trained in that facility that will walk you through what you need. So you have to pay before the 25th because we need to have managed all those numbers and sent to the hospitals for them to know who is active for that month. We will not be able to activate you. As you're registering, you get an SMS on your phone that lets you know what your policy ID number is. And you are the one that chooses your facility yourself. So you already know which facility you're going to. You have the liberty of asking for an ID card. You will be given an ID card. So when you walk into the facility, all you need to do is go to their front desk, show them either your ID card or read out your policy ID from your telephone, and they will check on the system. And once your name is there, they've seen that you're activated, they attend to you, just to make sure that it's efficient and customer friendly.
The city of Lagos is a cosmopolitan city with a huge population. And of course, data is quite important for an agency of this nature. So can you give us a clear picture on the data gathering strategy or success of this agency?
We're IT based. From end to end of the value chain of what we do, it is. So registration is also IT based. When you go into the facility, the encounter that you have is also IT based. So the doctor enters everything onto the system. So we get that data in real time. What did you come to the facility for? We're able to tell you at the end of every month, so number of people came in, this is what they came for, these were the medication that was used, etc. How many people have been registered? We can give you that information in real time to help us to plan. We are responsible for recruiting people who have the requisite skill to come and add value here, while we also have a determined program to build capacity in-house in terms of government employees that will propagate this mandate of health insurance. And we do have various technical departments, budget for human capacity development in terms of honing people's skills. We recently went on a study tour to Rwanda to see how things are being done there. We have sales clinics that are conducted on a weekly basis for those that are on the field enrolling people. So we are introducing them to newer ways of doing things, and if there's something that we have introduced newly in the agency, we pass that information. And even our operations team, we have some partners that are supporting us in helping us to build capacity as we go along.
For the records, how many registered health facilities are in Lagos? What is their present condition and how effectively functional are they?
We only deal with those that have been empaneled for health insurance. Right now, we have about 250 facilities participating with us, and that spans across public facilities, primary healthcare, some primary healthcare, secondary healthcare facilities, as well as private hospitals. In fact, we have more of a preponderance of private facilities currently that are working with us, and it's spread across all the local governments in Lagos State.
What are the challenges? Let's share those challenges and how have you been able to surmount them?
I think the major challenge would be the fact that people don't understand the benefits that health insurance brings to their family, and how just putting away a little bit of money in a determined manner can actually improve the quality of life of your family. So that is, I think, the biggest challenge. Awareness is extremely important. So that is something that is being done on the daily. We have programs on radio stations that run every week, and people do call in. They ask questions, so we are available to make sure that happens. We are very visible and vibrant on social media. We also have divisional offices, so they do go out on a daily basis to engage subsets of the population. We conduct community storms, market storms. Just had like a grassroots sensitization program that we are winding down, where we went to all the local governments. We've added a little bit of incentivization just to ensure that people get some kind of willingness to come forward and pay. We have like a raffle draw. So right there and then people win prizes, and you'll see that people come out and buy the health insurance. So it's a continuum.
What is the level of synergy between your agency and other agencies?
Our governor is someone that preaches intersectoral collaboration. We are in partnership with a lot of agencies, not just in health sector. For instance, the grassroots sensitization I spoke about now was done in collaboration with the Office of Civic Engagement. And we're also working with Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Education, who has given us access to the schools, Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Lazarus, who has the ID card. We will make sure that you can use that card also to access care. That is something that we're working on. Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, we're working with the CSOs, for instance, who help us look at quality in the facilities. And we also have a lot of people that have come our way to help us in paying for the vulnerable. So that we have private sector companies. We do have some of our political leaders that have come forward to provide the premiums for those that are indigent in their society. And internationally, we have people like Bill and Melinda Gates working with us. USAID, for instance, are also here. So the entire gamut of people, especially those in the social welfare space, and those that are like gatekeepers for members of the community. 2021
is gone. What is the roadmap for 2022?
As part of our plans for 2022, we intend to commence deployment of what we call virtual clinics. So there are some areas where we are able to identify need, but there aren't facilities to give people access to care. So these virtual clinics act as a stopgap for people to be able to walk in and virtually consult with a doctor that will help them in accessing healthcare. We are also looking to establish what we call Ilera Eco-Care clinics, which will be set up in areas and will be partnered by private facilities. So some of these big brands who people have identified with quality would come in and help us manage access to care for the general masses, right? But bringing their quality into that space. We are also looking at deepening our engagement with the schools, because we need to inculcate this culture of health insurance from these children. So by the time they reach the age of their parents, they already know that this thing is a norm and they all need to key into it.
On a final note, Ma, as a passing shot, what is your word of encouragement and assurance to Lagosians, your stakeholders, in order for you to maintain the success story?
People of Lagos, Ilera Eco is here for all our benefits. I don't think you can get it any better in terms of the scope of services that are being offered and the cost that is attached to it. It is the cheapest way and most affordable way for you to assure quality of life of you and your family, so that you have money set aside to do other things for you and your family. So we implore you to please key in to what Ilera Eco has to offer you. Let's walk this walk of health and life and wealth for Lagos State.
Thank you very much, Dr. Emanuela Zamba, for coming on Health Lagos.
Thank you for having me.
Well, that's it for now. The City of Lagos TV show will continue in a moment.
Good day, Lagosians. My name is Ibrahim Adejuwon Uduboni. I'm the MD CEO of Lagos Waste Management Authority, LOMA. I'm here to reassure you of our commitment as a regulator for solid waste management in Lagos. And the reassurance we are here to give you is for a better, consistently cleaner and sustainable waste management in Lagos. I want to appeal to each and every one of you out there to please do the right thing the first time by ensuring that you separate your waste from source, you patronize registered and recognized PSP, and you ensure that you partake in the waste management education all across your neighborhood. Pay your PSP bills on time and ensure that your waste are properly disposed in the right manner. And in so doing, I want to assure you that LOMA really cares, and we are here to serve you better. I also want to appreciate the support that our governor, Mr. Bade Sanwo-Olu, has provided us over the last couple of years and still doing for us as an agency. On behalf of all the stakeholders in the waste management sector, from the waste manager down to the sweepers and the LOMA staff, I want to appreciate you all. And I want to appreciate your executive in making all this happen. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àjùmọ̀ṣe gbogbo wa ni.
Hello Lagosians, my name is Sheye Saxophonista, your music artist of the week on Entertainment Lagos on the City of Lagos TV show. It's going to be a great fun time with me. Lagos, I'll be right back. I'm Adisheye Fayel from Akure, Ondo State, Nigeria, currently based in Lagos, Nigeria. I've been in the music industry since I was 4 years, and I've always been in the church choir and all, but I started playing the sax professionally since 2007. My mentors in the industry, Mike Aremo and the legendary Lagbaja Amobaba Mukomoko. I've always been in the event music scene. I love playing events. I'm an event kind of person because I understand the technicalities of how to make people party, how to make people dance. So I picked my specialization in that. Studied microbiology in school, but presently I'm working as a musician, a saxophonist and event musician, live band owner in the city of Lagos. And I've been on the same stage with Domwe, Frank Edward, I've played with Big Bolaji, Laolu Benjo, and to mention a few of them. I've written a whole lot of songs and I get my inspiration most of the times being alone. As an introvert that I am, I love to be alone whenever I want to get inspired to record music. I was playing the trumpet before. I had to come to the saxophone because saxophone penetrates the soul. I felt it would be good if I can use saxophone to entertain while giving people the soulful feel too at times. I'm married by the grace of God with a wonderful baby boy, and we are doing well. It's been fun all along. Hello Lagos, this is something new from me. It is called Ijo Ope. You know, it's good to have fun, it's good to dance, it's good to rejoice. Enjoy Ijo Ope from Sheye Saxophonista.
Ìjọ pé
Yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the Joe Okpe. So you can download the Joe Okpe on YouTube, AudioMac, Boomplay, iTunes, Apple Music. Just type Ijo Okpe. Then you can reach Sheye Saxophonista on Instagram, Sheye Saxophonista, YouTube, Sheye Saxophonista. On my Twitter is Sheye Saxophonist. Before I go, I have a word for the youth. Be hardworking. Sheye Saxophonista studied microbiology and is actually feeding from music presently. So it's not all about what you learned in school. You can always work your gift and make it as an entrepreneur. Yeah, now Lagos, I have to go. Keep loving Lagos and keep watching Entertainment Lagos.
Lagos is indeed a center of excellence where greater ideas translate to great realities and opportunities. Let's keep hope alive until we come your way again next week on the City of Lagos TV show. Thanks for watching.